like that fire in your eyes shines like gold through your ribbons of hair.
So how important do you think it is to develop an image or a brand as an artist?
I think, allowing people to have something that they can latch onto and relate to is definitely important. And it's something, to be honest, I've struggled with for a little while because I just love to write songs.
It should be natural. It should totally be natural. If you're gonna do something crazy, drastic, like paint your face white when you're not really feeling like it, it's just a bad way to set up your career, I think.
So you don't think that any of that can come from really somebody else?
It depends what you want to do.
Right.
It depends on the artist. It depends exactly what you want to do. Lots of artists don't know what you want to do. If you don't know what you want to do, somebody else is probably going to do it for you. But if you're independent enough as an artist and you have your own vision and you know how you want to set stuff up, you can call your own shots and tell people how to work.
Right.
My little music maker, where have you been? I need your black and white keys. Lock me some sweet release.
Definitely, to some extent, people can kind of influence you and guide you and say, out of all these different things that you could possibly be, this one's probably going to work for the market a little better.
So speaking of market, how important is it for you to know your audience?
I would say right now, I just want to get in front of everyone and anyone I can. I mean, I think ideally if someone was like, you can get in front of a group of this age or this age or this age, I would probably choose, the 15 to 20-year-old kind of audience. Mm-hmm. And they're probably females because I write a lot about love and breakups.
Dark clouds closing in on me, lighting up with fear. Crack my skull, open up my brain, let the thunder ring in my ears.
We always try and talk to the crowd after, especially when we put a new song in. Like, how'd you like, our new song?
You don't want to just say, F them, we're going to do it our way?
No, we want to know.
Yeah.
No, we love them, they family, they
We're playing for them.
My little music maker, I need you here and now, my little music maker.
But as far as knowing your audience, you have to. If there's something to take from a guy like Chad Kroeger and Nickelback, literally that guy met every Nickelback fan. It's so important to say hey to people who liked your show.
Again, with story, people say, even if it's coming from yourself, you need a hook.
I was taught, somebody told me that 4 or 5 years ago. I had mixtapes, I was pushing it, and you're like, yo, you're good enough, but you need a story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I started doing community work. Mm-hmm. I got the Heatwave Classic. We do that every year where it's a basketball tournament and a free barbecue for the kids in my community. I give away free giveaways from sponsors. On top of that, I have a live band outside of my rapping world. On top of that, I act. So that is a story,
right.
So I feel like majors want stories. I don't know if the people really care about the story. They just want good music.
So let's take your demons to the gallows, light them up one by one. You can kick a few buckets if you're free. Let's start. All right, here we go.
I think me being young is something that people kind of grasp onto. So that in some ways that's part of my story. But I mean, if there was anything that was my story, it's kind of like a girl from a medium-sized town in the interior of BC, and I moved out here when I was 17, and started working at a restaurant and just grinding the pavement.
Cracks the wrong and right, smears the black and white. Because the arrow that points us this way in.
What do you think the relevance of a music video is at this point in time?
It's a viral world. Everything's digital on YouTube. Everybody loves virals,
The fact that you want to record something also means that you're probably going to want to record a visual for it.
And you already have a visual.
And you already have that idea when you're making the song, or I imagine most people do, we do.
I mean, in my opinion, a good song is a good song, and people are going to listen to it regardless of whether or not there's a video. But I think that people probably connect with the artist and are more more anxious to get that person's next single if they see a video.
She comes to me all the finest finery, waiting for the birds to sing low. And when they do, she'll paint it atlas blue.
You know, there's so many guerrilla indie tactics. Like people say, cover a song of an artist that's kind of like you, and maybe you'll blow up because everybody's looking for Sarah McLachlan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or is it throwing money into like a really big production music video? Or
I mean, Facebook's a big medium for me. I use that all the time. Twitter, YouTube, you know, everyone, the things that people that are accessible and trying to make yourself as accessible as possible. I definitely blog and video blog and try and keep people in the loop about what I'm doing.
And when she stops, she goes. And when she's lost, she knows that all she has to do is paint it atlas blue.
The cooler thing to do, rather than putting a bunch of money into a video, is learn how to do it yourself.
except for a guy like you who says you're in 5 bands and he wants to write 100 songs a year, and you're a teacher as well. Like, it's hard as an independent musician. Where do you place your focus? And
I guess the reason why I said it was he's actually doing that right now. Like he's learning how to make videos. I'm learning producing. She's learning composing. Like we do try and study different things outside of just playing our instruments in the band for sure.
Got to get on the bed, and grab the heat.
But there's totally different ways to go around things. You know, I've like handed out posters and flyers to my shows before to try and get people there, and that's been another way to spread the word. So I mean, for me, I try not to like specify with mediums. I'm just like, spread the Kate Morgan word everywhere and anywhere I can.
Come on, do it till it aches. You know that good kind of day. All right.